Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of January 2023 for anyone who has sun, moon or rising in the sign of Gemini. If you're a Gemini or a beloved one is a Gemini and you would like to know how January is going to be unfolded, for you or that person, this is the video that you might want to watch. I wanted to thank you all for supporting my channel. Happy New Year, and I hope that this is going to be a fantastic New Year for you, everyone. Thank you for all of you supporting my work. If you're new, welcome. If you're interested in more videos like this or other kind of readings, you can find a playlist in my channel and find what you would like to see. There's some timeless readings that you can find and watch them, and those are you can watch them anytime you are guided to, and that's when you needed to hear those messages. If you are interested in private readings, you can find my contact in the About tab. With that, let's start the reading for Gemini January 2023. Gemini, if some of you have done something that you are well accomplished or you've done your best and now you're taking a step back to see how it looks like. It looks like when you put a frame in artwork on the wall and then you step back and see how it looks, how it shows itself. You are evaluating a situation specifically about something that you have done. There's a lot of wishes that you have, and you have been doing your best. Some of you have tried to do your best, and now you're waiting for the outcome, for the result. You're waiting to get an answer maybe for something, and you have really done your best, and you couldn't do more. And some of you really, you made your hands dirty and got into you started doing something. Some of you never did that. Wow, this is beautiful. I see the Gemini here, the two together. That's really interesting. For some of you, there is a loyal person in your life, that you have a romantic situation or romantic feelings for them. That person is bringing a lot of beauty in your life and a lot of moments that it could be from the past or maybe not. It's a new relationship that I can see, that it's bringing a lot. This person brings a lot of beauty, a lot of sense of happiness. Yeah, happiness, and even I can say intelligence in your life. I see two dolphins, if you can see here, very playful, a very good symbol for Gemini, the playfulness. Maybe you have twins or you have two kids. Maybe you have been playing with them. Maybe your children are now walking, or you have a friend that they come for a visit at home and they play. I see that energy of playfulness. Maybe you have found your best friend. They have maybe found their best friend, their bestie. Again, I see the energy of two. It's not united, and I mean, which is united. It's not one person, and it's very loyal because these two people are going to be very loyal together. It can be for you again, like, as I mentioned. It's a collaboration for some of you, not romantic, and but the basis is on loyalty. The basis is on being honest, even if it's a partnership, if it's the even a business collaboration. It's very honesty, and really being truthful is what this basis is founded. This thing is founded on that. I don't see anything bad, and I say number one, it can be like face of January or the first month of the year. This happens to you, or in a very short period of time. Very auspicious, very beautiful energy for Gemini. Some of you had broken hearts, or you had some difficulties in the past with other people who, like they didn't treat you well, or you made mistakes in your life previously. Something happened that gave you a lesson to be loyal, to be more honest for some of you. And now this is how you're basing this new relationship on, and it's very important for you. Someone is getting hair extension, or they're doing some beauty procedure on their hair, which is actually beautiful, or maybe on their face, which is very good for them. Again, I see the energy of the dolphins is very unique for me. Again, a very nice collaboration, a very good romance, and one of these people is even more in love than the other one. Very beautiful energy. Some of you are don't, some of you might be uh, drinking a lot of alcohol. I see someone, I see them as a female energy who is um, again, for some of you, you might have heard about some union about two people and you're not happy. If there was a third party situation, there is a the unity for these two, and then one person is left alone, and they're heartbroken, they're just collapsing on the couch and they're drinking or they're overeating. Again, I don't know where you fall in this scenario. It's a general reading, and the energies are for the public who are watching, so please take as it resonates. And I don't know where in this scenario end up, but one person, one female energy, I said they are just heartbroken, they are crying and they are drinking or overeating. Take care of yourself, try to pick yourself up. I don't know, like some part of it is maybe natural and normal, but then it just has to go through the phases. Try to get help if that's something that applies to you and you're really in this situation. Things are going very slow, or maybe an older person comes to help you to get you out of this situation, or things might go very slow. If it is taking more than usual for you to pick yourself up, you need to talk to someone. You might need professional help if this is a person that you know, and this didn't happen for you, Gemini, but a person that you know this happened, they're heartbroken and they're just collapsing and they're they're all going through depression. Help them. There might be some need for a professional to talk to them, therapist, maybe some medication to bring them back, because I see that in this situation, if they go like that, it's going, the speed of the recovery is a turtle speed, snail speed, and it's just going to drag, and it's not going to be ending well. For some of you, I see a lot of financial abundance. There might be a Pisces that you are ending up with, or like you're collaborating with this person is really um, good match for you, both for romance and for even giving you guidance, or even if, as I said, if you need therapist or someone needs therapy, a Pisces therapist can be helping you. And I see number 3 very clear here. I'm sure you can see that. Definitely, there was a third party situation. As I mentioned, it could be for love and romance, that I already explained, or it can be financial. Maybe there was a third person in your finances, in your collaboration, that one of them was rejected, or the other two went together somehow. They wanted to do investment together, and you said no to that third person. But in number 3, again, I see Gemini that things are gonna, even I can say in Gemini season, things is things are going to end or move better for you. Like as I said, it might be a little bit slow, but I see from Gemini season, things are going to be in your favor. At least it's gonna change. You can pick yourself up. You can find a way, because for to some of you, it might come as a shock that you find about this news. Then you need to pick up yourself, as I mentioned. So be careful. Try to expedite that. This is a reading to give you guidance so that you avoid things that you can avoid and expedite things that you can expedite. There's a beautiful ball, so someone might give a gift to you. You might receive a beautiful, very beautifully wrapped gift. The other possibility is that they give you a like the news about this in a very nice way, but like you might, because I see a gift box which is beautifully wrapped but it's empty inside. So again, be careful about um, promises that people give you, or you give promises to people. You need to keep them, so make sure you are able to keep that promise or whatever you're giving someone. It's a little bit of devil energy. Something might be a little bit like, I don't know, maybe it can be just someone is playing like a children and they are giving a fake gift to someone. They just want to be playful, so don't take it wrong if someone gives you an empty box, or they want to give you a meaningless gift. They don't want to humiliate you. Don't overreact. I see some of you might be upset and show that you have been upset. There might even be a fight or argument about that in front of the others. So be careful, be a little bit more diplomatic, and well, handle it in the best way you can. No one wants to humiliate you, that's for sure. I mean, the parties that they are getting united, there are people who are jealous, or they didn't expect this. So some people didn't expect or didn't approve this unity, and be careful who you talk to about this news, or um, how soon you announce that, because I see some people might raise an eyebrow or have mixed feelings about it. Again, I see a big title. Things might be slow, Gemini. I have to tell you, specifically for two or three things that, yeah, you might even cry about it. You might even cry for two things that it might get longer than you thought, and you might be upset about that. Be a little bit more patient. Things might start off very beautifully, but then it might start to shake as people talk about it. Be careful about what you say to people, what you share with people, because something that comes out of your mouth, you can't clean it back, you can't take it back. And that might make an effect on. So the problem here, Gemma, that I can see, and it's been beautifully shown to me, is that you need to control what you're saying, what you're sharing, the limit of information or details you share with people. Not everyone is, I don't know, there might be different intentions. So you have to consider that. And again, this is a general reading, so for everyone is different. But be careful not to lose your keys. Some of you might lose your keys, or you might buy a system for your security or doors that uses your fingerprint or your face recognition. So you just take your keys, put them aside, so you don't need so it's a keyless system. So you will just put your keys away. The other thing is that if that's the case, make sure you put your keys somewhere that you know and other people can't use it. I don't know. Somehow I see that you don't want the keys anymore and someone might take advantage of it. Something that you might drop, someone else might, a password, or even an opportunity. Maybe, I don't know, like it's an example. Maybe you want to move or you want to quit your job next month and you already found a job. And then you tell your friend, and your friend goes and applies for your current job, and she takes the job. But then your plan doesn't go well and you want to stay in your job, but they tell you that they already hired someone and that person is your friend. So that is the example I can give you, and I think it will be clearing the situation. So be careful about that. Take your steps very wisely, and be, again, like I saw the turtle 3 times. So be a little bit more strategic. Don't take things for granted very quickly, and don't act upon what people say, because they might just say that it changed, or it didn't, this is not what they meant, or yeah, in communication, you have to be very careful with promises that you give to people, or people give it to you, or they make for you. They might change, and this might bring some dissatisfaction, some stress, and some, even as I said, you might be crying over that. So be careful. Now that you know, you can plan, and these are the reasons why I do these guidance sessions, to give you heads up about the energies. It might not basically for like be true for everyone, every single one. But even if it helps one person, that's the intention that I have from this work that I'm doing, and I enjoy it. If I can bring some awareness to the situation, um, try to be a little bit more demanding. Try to have a better visibility of the situation before you make a move or say something to someone. I also wanted to say that you need to ask questions, be aware, and even if you are a fish in a tank, or there's a fish in a tank, sometimes they need to raise their head above and see what is going on outside the river. It might be dangerous for them, but it's fundamental to understand what's going on around them. Are they going to the right path, to the right direction, or they're on the wrong, I don't know, like they're ending up in the wrong place. So don't just go with the flow. And the fact that things are going slow is a good thing in that, and that gives you time to reflect, to ask questions, to be aware, to raise awareness, to study, to examine, and to get more details about the situation. Some of you are very you want to rush, and because you think that 90% of the work is done, you think that it's done, and you're like, okay, it's just gonna happen. But it might not, and there might be a pushback. or a hold up that you need to deal with. I think I gave you an example, and I'm not going to elaborate more on that. So be careful about that. There's money coming into your bank account, which is actually very good. It's something that you were waiting for a long time, like a tax return or a check or a client that hadn't paid or you were waiting for. Some people might be going to Vegas. I think I saw that before as well. Be careful, don't lose a lot of money. You think that you have a good table. Again, as I said, someone might give you a very fake gift and things might look very nicely, but in the end, it might turn out something totally different. So be careful. If you are going there with friends, if there's a third party, fourth party, and you're gambling, those people might have a agreement together. So don't be fooled uh, with that. Just be careful. I mean, again, I saw the key, I saw the password. Just be careful in general, and you need to slow down. Gemini. Sometimes you decide. And you label people with your judgment about them, and it's very hard to change your mind, and you won't change your mind unless you really see or you're hit by some with something by them. You won't otherwise believe that. For example, if I say this person might not have the best intention, you're like, no, they're my best friend. They always have been next to me, blah, blah, blah. And then, okay, but then once they hurt you, then you will realize. So don't let that be the something for this year. At least try to change something. Some of you are praying, or someone is see them as a female energy is really flying, is really praying for you. If you go for a walk or to the park in the nature, I see that your prayers are mostly head or better head. Someone is traveling with Alaskan airline or with Hawaiian airline. Someone might be traveling to Hawaii. A female energy is waiting to hear from you. Or if you are female energy and you're single or you live by yourself, I see that you're thinking about the past when everything was busier, your life is busier. Maybe your children have left home and you kind of think about it. Maybe you lost your partner and you remember those days that like the home was busier, people were around, or maybe just you're homesick or you're somewhere that you miss a few people. I definitely see that you're missing people. That energy is definitely there. Try to rest and relax. Some again, try to um, strategize your work load with your balance, with your life balance, and try to take because I see some of you can't sleep, and then it takes a lot of energy. Some of you need to fix your sleep problem, the first thing in your list. Some of you have very, very weird dreams or nightmares, and again, that's something that you need to fix, and it's totally fixable. You might need some professional advice. And most of it, you see things that you talk about, the day-to-day activities, a lot of whisper in your head. Maybe even the daily activities, it comes into your dream, it follows, it drags, and when you wake up, it looks like you haven't rested at all. So again, try to fix that. That's impacting your energy level, and also your overall function and your patience and your overall performance at your job, at your home, or just your day-to-day activities. There's balance. Something is coming to you, bring some good opportunity home, or you make it yours. It can be an offer that you win. Again, I see Alaska for some people. I don't know if someone is watching from there. You're trying to go work there, or you have relatives there from Alaska, or something in those lines. I definitely see Native Americans um, here. The energy is present. You might need to take some remedies, maybe for some of you, because I see that if you believe in that, and this is something, there is an Aries that might be helping you energetically. Some of you are really thinking about medicine, like with the, I don't know, like that natural um, remedies and things like that. That can be very much helpful for some of you if that's something you would like to test and try. But again, try something which is professionally approved, of course. There's some dialogue with you and an Aries. The Aries might show a little bit of anger or a little bit of ego. They might give you cold shoulder. So don't fire back. Again, the most important thing that I see in this reading for you, Gemini, is your patience and um, strategic mm, behavior. You might have a child, specifically if you're a male Aries, you might have a child born in the season of Aries. a beautiful, healthy baby that maybe you were waiting for a long time, or this baby somehow comes into your life. Again, I see number 3, number 21. Um, Maybe it's your 21st birthday or your kids or after 21st day, because I told you number 3 and 2 and 1 is 3. A person from like who is a Leo, or specifically if they have a Leo moon, you have made them upset or angry, and they now have friends. They have mutual friends that I don't know. Maybe they agree on the fact that you hurt them. Um, be patient with people who are around you, Gemini. I think you just need to go slow and take things very slowly, and don't overact on things that you need to have clarity. Don't think that things won't change and it's going to stay like that, because I see there's a potential for things to change, for people to change, for promises to change. And I think I gave you an example. Someone is going on a trip. You might buy a very beautiful bag, handmade bag, very beautiful. I see that bag might be staying with you for a long time. Um, some of you are taking your son to school and you carry you carry their backpack. Sorry. um, I see a lot of reunion and you meet many people. A lot of Gemini are going to talk to people. Maybe you go back to your mom. Maybe sometimes when you feel very frustrated, you go to your best friend or your mother or to your therapist and you speak up, you open up. That helps you a lot. The reading is the energies are telling me to advise you to talk to people that you're comfortable with. Don't hold sadness, sorrow, and negativities in your inside yourself. Don't find alcohol or drug as a remedy or as a medication. Practice something that helps you calm down if you need to. But I think really the key for you here is to be patient. And if things are going slow, just go with the flow and don't try to jump over the clouds. That was your reading, my dear Gemini. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it's going to be helpful. And as always, until the next time, stay blessed.